this is a big moment, guys. If this is right, then I haven't made an error. If it's wrong, we're gonna have to figure out where the error is. Okay, let's get the amount that we are requiring out of each blueprint, and I believe all 7 are the same, so I don't have any problems there. Yeah, we just have these 3 machines, 25 each copper and iron, and 100 aluminum ingots. Okay. What is the problemo here? Ooh, not 152, 154. Better. No, also wrong. Sorry. 150. Here we go. Okay, aluminum ingots. Now we need, what else? Heavy modular frames, nitrogen gas. Heavy modular frame, nitrogen gas. There's nothing here. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an output. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an output. Yep. And the output is fused modular frames. And what are you? And what's the nitrogen? The nitrogen's 37.5. Fused modular frames are 1.5. 37.5. 1.5. This is 0 and 0, and that's blank. Okay, so here's the bus line. 780s all around, baby. We need 700 here, so we have a 675 and something else. We did the math on this. We should have 398 left over. Is it 398.5 or anything stupid? It is. It's 397.5. So we should have 397.5 left over. All right, so we know that we're going to eat. The last blueprint here is going to eat up 700 aluminum ingots. So let's see if our math has. Ooh, that's not good. Let's see if our math has. Mathed. All right, so 675. This is a big moment, guys. If this is right, then I haven't made an error. If it's wrong, we're gonna have to figure out where the error is. It's 392.5 minus. We're gonna use 700. 367.5. How many are we supposed to have? 397.5. We're down 60 somehow. The 700. Check the 800. That is 800. All right, this says we should have an extra 30. We're very close. 675. See, each blueprint should have given us 675. Okay, and 4050. We peeled out the 112.5. 2040 to the RCUs. We're 30 off. We're very close. It could just be a typo somewhere. It could easily be a typo. should be D98. D96. And this should be D100. All right, so $2040. Yeah, 2040, 700, 800. So this looks right. We should have 397. So we need to figure out where the issue is. No. I think it's a tracking issue, not a machine issue. I bet you we have the correct in the belt, but while I was tracking it, something got flubbed up. I want to run through this. All right. These two are $675 each. Right. Boom, boom. You're $675. Boom. These three right here, all $675. And we know that. Okay, because we're going to do 56.25 times 12. $675. Okay. So we have three belts, $675. Boom, boom, boom. Now, this looks good. Let's go up a floor. Now, this is a lot more complicated. One of the 675s, we pull one 12.5 out. $562.5. That is correct. And that should also be what that says, 562.5. That is correct. Everybody else, 675, 675. Okay. Being good. Next floor. $562.5, is that correct? Yes, $562.5. Okay, now. What is this? Well, we need one, 2, 3, 4, 5 blueprints. This is the first row. That's 600 aluminum ingots. Okay. We're gonna eat 600 off of this line. We're gonna add, though, shouldn't we? Yes. So we're gonna have 75 left over. Let's mark it. Okay. So we're gonna add that 75 to a 675. This 750. We added the extra right here. Okay. All right. This was 750. Now this is 6. I think we are getting our issue here. There's the 30. We found it. I'm only using 720. There's the extra 30. Got him. This was a 750. I forgot to hook those up anyway. I guess we didn't finish this floor. This is all screwed up. We found it. Okay, so now I need to do a smart splitter. Let's do a merger here. Overflow. Just like that. And so now this is 30 right here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, now this is 592.5. We added the 30 to this that we had left over. 592.5. Yeah, that was it. Okay, nice. Now that that's 592.5, This is going to be 592.5. No, I copied it. Copy paste. Okay. I really did a number on myself here, didn't I? These are backwards. Wow, I messed this up kind of badly, actually. This is legitimately bad. I'm gonna have to fix that later. I gotta redo it. I need to stay on what I was working on here. Well, I'm glad we found this because it revealed a whole host of issues. Okay, so 592.5. Now, where's the extra? The extra is coming in here. Great. All right, so let's run this math. This is the rest of the radio control units. And what do we have? Another 6? All right, so we've got our final 6 here. All right, and that gives us our 17, right? Our 6 plus 6 plus 5, and these are our rows. There's our 2040. Now we're eating up another 720 here. Okay, so but what are we adding? So this system right here that we built, this is a belt compressor. What we're doing is we're taking 2 belts that are less than 780, and we're jamming 780 in this line. The thing is that we don't need 780 completely, but this line alone is not enough to cover this need. Otherwise I would just feed it in and overflow it. So we have to feed in what we can, or what there is room for, with this line. And so it's going to overflow, it's going to any to the left, but this is going to priority merge. This is where priority mergers come in, because I have to make sure that this line never backs up. If this was a regular merger, then this input and this input, they would trade off back and forth, and eventually this one would back up. I don't want this one to back up because that's a huge problem. This one needs to be used 100%, and then whatever is extra on this belt can be backfilled with this one, and that's where the priority merger comes into play. And so we jam whatever can be filled to the left, everything else overflows and continues on its way. So what is that? Well, we know that this is a 675er, and we know that this is 592.5, and we need 720. 675 plus 592.5 minus 720 is 547.5. Look at that, 30 short. That was our missing 30, right? Our missing 30 is we're filtering it through our labeling system. Okay, now what are we doing? Now this is a smart splitter. Okay, what do we need here? This is the first 4 cooling systems. And we did all this already down here. Here's our cooling systems. And we're gonna do 4 of them, aluminum ingots, 400. So we were at, so now we should be at 147.5. We look up here, 147.5 makes sense. And then let's change it here as well. Okay, now, do we need to fix any beltage down here? Did anything get messed up? No, I think we're clear here, but this next floor is messed up. So we had a lot of crap going on here that I had to delete because these belts were flipped because I didn't do a thing right, but we're fixing it. Now, all we need is this. We need another 400. Well, we can't eat it with that. We can't cover it, but we can cover it with this. So we're gonna do a smart splitter. We're gonna come out and come around, and we're gonna paste. And now we're gonna do overflows up the center. Okay, so this was 675, but we pulled 400 out. And now we're gonna add 147.5. Should be at 422.5. Oh look, 30 short. All right, now we got to do the add. And the add is just a merger here. There's the add. 422.5. We copy. I should have sampled. All right. Now back to checking our math. This is where we had an issue. So now we're gonna check. We have a 675, that's that second hole there, the top hole, plus our 422.5. Then we're gonna subtract what we need for the entire fused modular frame system, and that is 700. Okay, we're gonna eat up the 700, and we should be left with 397.5. Let's check our math. What should we be left with? Hard to see. 397.5 is right there. We're looking great. This is the last amount of ingots that we need to push to the top 2 floors, and we're going to use them in this breakdown. We're going to use we're going to need 12 and a half heat sinks, 127.5 sheets, and 155.625 casing, and you add up the ingots that you need to make that happen, and look at that, 397.5, which is exactly what we're sending to the top 2 floors. Now, because there was an extra 30 hanging around that we had lost, so because we're checking our math along the way, I found that missing 30, and we pushed it up to the top like it should have been, and we are basically debugging. Like it's like we're doing a table run, like a bench test. It's like we're doing a bench test, right, with the factory before we actually turn the factory on, because deleting belts and shit and emptying belts if you've made a mistake once you've turned the factory on is much more difficult than doing it now, right? All right, so let's do the last of the ingots. It's right here. We definitely don't need this anymore. Ingots are here. Now we do have another little friend problem here. Actually, check this out. Can we do a vertical? We don't need to. I was thinking if we did a vertical belt compressor, I think that would be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and slide in a smart merger. Right here. And you, my friend, you get to be smart splitter. We're gonna paste. All right, so this is exactly the same use that we had the priority merger a few floors down. It's just the including a vertical portion, a vertical splitter portion. But really, we need 700 here, but neither. Is it 700? Yeah, it's 700. We need 700 going in here, but this is only 675. So we need 25 to backfill. Well, we have 422.5 here. And so again, we're gonna smart splitter. We're gonna push everything we can here, but this cannot be a regular merger. And again, this is why priority mergers are so important in 1.1. Now we can make sure that this will absolutely, all right, Relic, never back up, because we're going to prioritize that input. And then whatever room we have will again slide in the 25, and then it'll push whatever it can in here, which is only 25, and everything else overflows up. And we take 422.5 and we subtract 25. 422.5 minus 25 gets us 397.5, which is our magic number that we need to power the last three items. 397.5. We're looking good. All right, sweetness.